Hi guys, how's it going today? Hopefully today finds you well. I hope that you are in it for an Ipsy haul today because that is what I'm doing. I'm doing my Ipsy unbagging for December because it just showed up at my door. I hope that you want to stick around, take a gander, peek inside of what I got in my Ipsy bag for December. And I would love if you'd want to subscribe before you go because I'm kind of a kick in the pants to be around. My name is Donna. I am a lover of all things high-end beauty and self-care. I also work as a district leader in the beauty industry, so I like to bring you all the education that I'm getting in my position for Ulta Beauty. And that is really what my channel is about, bringing you the education. I do a lot of reviews. I also do a lot of hauls. I do a lot of like inventories and empties and reviewing of the products that I bring into my life and giving you that thought to process those educational moments. And I also just really like to talk about makeup, and you people are my people to talk about makeup with, so I hope that you're in for it. Please subscribe before you go, but if an Ipsy haul is what you're here for, let's roll into that real quick. All right, folks, this is my December Ipsy bag. It just showed up at my door. I understand that there's a holiday in there. I understand all that stuff, but I still cannot for the life of me fathom why it takes so long for Ipsy to get me my stuff. This is the last that I have of Ipsy. Like, I get every quarter, you know, I get the X box that replaces this, but this is the only thing that I have left. I've canceled BoxyCharm. I canceled FabFitFun again. I canceled, I think I still have one more FabFitFun before the cancellation takes place because I subscribe to everything annually. But this bag, and I think I might cancel this bag. We might see one for January, but I think this might be it. I used to think that these came to me late because I was adding on all this stuff, but that's not the case. Obviously, this one has nothing added onto it. This is the bag that I pull out, and this bag is actually quite beautiful. I love this for the December bag. It is a beautiful, like, milky baby pink shade with some gold stars on it. And then the pulls on this bag are also gold. I need to pull up my app because these cards never have the price point of what is in the bag on them. So I'm going to pull up my app real quick so I can talk to you about what is in this bag. So this says that this bag was inspired. This bag with dainty gold accents and a blush background is December's sparkly design, and here to help you feel and look like a diamond all season long. That would have been great had I received it before the holiday season, I guess. Great sentiment, Ipsy, but try getting your bags to people in a timely fashion. That might be fantastic. So the first thing I pull out of here is this, and this is the card that goes with the bag, and it just says December 2021, time to shine. Sparkling, shimmering, totally unforgettable this month. Wrap yourself in silver and gold beauty looks, get your skin glowing, and share your light inside and out with the ones that you love. And that's what the theme is. And on the inside, it has 2022 beauty horoscopes, and it walks through every horoscope. I am a Virgo, so it says, say no to unnecessary excess. Pare back your routine and indulge in simplicity. That's funny because I have seriously been contemplating pulling back on some of this beauty stuff and the routine of YouTube. I really need to find some kind of semblance in my life that makes my life make sense because I've just got so many things going on all the time. My word for 2022 is flourish. And then I have all these different buckets that word has to mean something to. And in each bucket, there's like a list of things that I'm going to be doing in each bucket to flourish within that bucket. And one of those buckets is, of course, YouTube and the beauty space. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing to flourish in this is pulling back a little bit, actually. So I just think it's really funny that that's what that card tells me to do. One of those things is actually pulling back on my subscriptions, and Ipsy is one of them. So I'm sure that they didn't mean it in that way, but that's what's happening. The first thing in this bag is this. It is Clarity Daily Dose of Water Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Serum. So this is actually by Clarity RX, even though I don't think it says RX. Oh, I guess it does in that little tiny blue box right next to it. This says, this moisture binding lightweight serum is exceptional for dehydrated dull skin. The fast absorbing formula instantly boosts moisture levels using hyaluronic acid, which can hold up to many times its weight in water, leaving your complexion feeling soft, supple, and more radiant. I do love myself a good serum, especially one that puts moisture back into my skin, because I have seriously so dry skin. So I really do like a good hyaluronic acid to put on my skin. I just have so much skincare that skincare never wows me when it's in these bags. But I'm happy to have it, and that retail price is $72. $72, y'all. That just seems insane to me. All right, next I have this, and it is a primer. It is the Rhodial Glass Primer. Primer for a flawless glow. This is what the box looks like. Is this Rhodial or Rhodial? I can never get that right. I'm certain I'm wrong here, but this is a $39 full-size item, and it creates a protective barrier on skin that helps lock in moisture by flakes and rough patches, calm redness and inflammation, and provide a smooth canvas for long-lasting makeup. I think this is going to be wonderful on top of that serum, right? Moisture seems to be the word of the day. This is what it looks like entirely, and it doesn't look much different than the box, right? Beautiful silver packaging and box. So I do love me a good primer. I just recently decluttered my primer collection, so it'll be nice to have another one come into my collection. So I do love a primer. I love primers so much. So this one was $72 again. This one was $39. So already we have $111 worth of product here in my $25 bag. The next thing is this, and this is Oma Beauty Badass Icon Lipstick in Diana. I also decluttered my lipstick collection because, if you know, you know. I'm just not a huge lipstick fan, but I kind of like the packaging of this. It's very sleek. Just white, and it says badass on the side. A badass does not talk about being a badass. I kind of love that, actually. This is $24, so now we are up to $135 in retail value. And this is, it says major color meets major attitude. One swipe of this statement-making lipstick leaves behind an ultra pigmented and long-lasting deep red hue that's guaranteed to turn heads, and red is definitely not a shade that I wear. My goodness, look at that red. That is a beautiful red. It's kind of like really dark. It looks very blue-based. Oh my gosh, that is so red. Red is just not a color of lipstick that I wear. I'm not sure that I'll keep this, to be honest, but I mean, it's a good sentiment. It's a beautiful lipstick. So that is the Oma Beauty Badass Icon lipstick. The next thing we got is this, and this is the Shayna B Miami Nights Pressed Pigment Palette. This is an eyeshadow palette. This guy retails for $20. So what are we up to? 36, 56. $156, I do believe, is the retail value. This is just a sleeve over the top of the eyeshadow palette. It looks the same as the sleeve, and then this is the color story in this palette. Wow, that glitter shade is crazy sauce. I mean, it's a pretty palette. It's a very pretty palette, but this will probably go into my giveaway drawer because I have these shadows over and over and over again in my collection. This says this palette's balance of subtle neutrals and bright pops of color allow you to play it safe or go all out depending on your mood. I think it's beautiful. I have to be honest, I have a Shayna B blush and blush palette that I really actually love. Her powders are not bad for really a brand that you don't hear of except for in subscription boxes. Her powders are really quite nice. That is not a palette that I will keep in my collection, but it is a palette that I would feel confident giving away. The last thing in here are these, and they are by Complex Culture, and they are the Get Set Nail Polish Duo. This is what the box looks like. These are a $24 retail value. So we're sitting at roughly right around $179 worth of retail value in this $25 bag, which isn't a bad retail value. It's a duo, so these are what the two look like. It says, if gel manis are your jam, then you'll love the chip-resistant tie shine finish these polishes leave on your fingers. And not only are the shades super cute, they're clean too. The formulas are non-toxic and 6-free. What is 6-free? What does that mean? So here's what I love. This is kind of like a greenish toned silver. Just so pretty. And this one is kind of a greenish toned gray. So I actually kind of love these. And I think of all the products in this bag, these might be my own, and this, because I like primers. These are probably my favorite item. I got roughly $179 worth of value in this box. And of that value, 2 items I won't use. These will probably go into my giveaway drawers. And one is a red lipstick, which I just don't wear red lipstick. If they had another color, I probably would have picked another color. I knew that was the color that was coming, and that isn't one that I picked. I would have never picked a red lipstick for myself. I did pick the palette. The palette I picked because it was the best of the options, and I knew that it was going to be a good enough palette that I could give it away at a later date. So I'm not necessarily mad at these 2 items I won't use, but I just won't use those 2 items. These are the other 3 items, and this was the big spender of the box, right? This is a $72 serum. We all know skincare costs an awful lot of money. So it doesn't shock me that this is $72. What does shock me is Clarity RX. I don't think that I've ever heard of, except for in these beauty boxes. And that always shocks me when it is that expensive, because you would think that it would be out on the mainstream market somewhere, and I don't think I've ever heard of them before. The serum also looks really thick, and I'm not used to a really thick serum, if I'm honest. I mean, there are some serums that are really thick that I do put on, but they're not a hyaluronic acid serum that's that thick typically. I do love these colors. I think I'm really super stoked about these, but I hardly ever wear nail polish, so these won't get used very often, and if they do, it'll probably be on my toes. And then the primer. I love a primer, so I'm stoked about that. I would be interested to hear what you guys got in your Ipsy bag for the month of December. Again, I am a little bit disappointed that my bags keep coming to me at such a late date. It seems almost ridiculous for me to film them at this point. But with that said, I'm not really mad at any of the products that I got in this bag. But again, I am going to be cutting back on some things, whereas it comes to my collection, my YouTube space here, my life in general. And one of those things is my subscriptions. So I canceled BoxyCharm a couple years ago. I canceled my glam bag from Ipsy back in September. This was the second time I have canceled that bag, and this time I'm sticking to it. I've stuck to it, and I've not regretted it for a second. I also recently canceled my FabFitFun that's supposed to re-up in, I think, June. And the biggest reason why I did that is because they raised the price on that. And I just don't think it's worth it for me anymore at the price I was paying for it, let alone the price that it will be now, which isn't much more. I think it's like $5 more, but I just don't want to do it anymore. I mean, bottom line, Ipsy, I'm kind of in the same space for. I may actually wait until February when we get the Xbox to see who is providing, the Ipsy X, whoever it is. See what some of the spoilers are, and then go from there. But it will also be canceled very shortly into the new year because, you guys, I just have so much stuff, and I don't need to be bringing in all this stuff as well. I'm sure over the last 4 years, you've seen me haul in quite a bit of stuff. So I have a hard time using everything in my collection. I just want to use everything in my collection. I think I'm finally in this space where I'm like, not minimalism so much, but quit bringing in so much. So with that said, I hope that you enjoyed my Ipsy unboxing. I would be interested to hear what you got in your Ipsy for the month of December. And yeah, guys, I just hope that you had an amazing holiday, and I cannot wait to move into 2022 and set up hard stops in my life. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I do hope that you enjoyed it enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel. I hope that you also will leave me a comment down in the comments telling me what you got in Ipsy. I really would love to hear from you down there in the comments section. I hope that you liked it enough that you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. And I hope that you are having an amazing day, an amazing week. I hope that you and yours are safe and well, and that you guys are all getting along as best you can in this crazy world we've got going on right now. And that y'all are just loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.